Hi everyone. So today is day 5 of Navratri and today's color is blue. So I'm in a blue sari and I was thinking about what flowers or plants I have in my garden which are blue. I do have some African violets which are blooming, which are blue in color, and then I also have some Aparajita plants which are also blooming. But I thought what better way than to introduce some blue colored succulents or succulents with a little bit of a blue tinge. Okay, so I have some of the succulents in my collection, and interestingly enough, most of them are Senecios, right? So, for instance, this is a Senecio chalk stick. It is also, it's called the blue Senecio. So, this is one. This one, which also gets a blue tinge when it is in sun. So, this is called a vertical leaf Senecio. Then I have these, which is a string of hearts. So if you see, they're very pretty with heart shaped leaves. This is called the string of hearts. This one is called the string of beads. Okay, it is also called a Senecio rolanus. And same thing with this. This is called a string of pearls. So if you see, these are more round and these are a little more tapered. So these are the string of beads. And you have this beautiful blue mother plant with a lot of its pups. Okay, so this is a peacocky variety. Now this one also is a beautiful blue sedum. And then you have an agave which is blue. I have a blue cactus here, the Sirius cactus. This is again a Senecio pencil plant variety. This is again kind of a cactus. It's called Euphorbia, right, with these pretty yellow leaves. In sun, it looks blue as well. Again, another variety of agave here. So you see the overall collection, it looks relatively blue. Now with the blue succulents, they need to be treated like any other succulents, right? Succulents are plants that you have to be very, very careful with watering. Water them only once in 15 days or 20 days, 30 days, depending on what kind of soil mix you use. Now, if you use a soil mix that is very loose or which has a lot of gravel and that kind of succulent mix, then you probably need to water them a little more often than if you're using a mix that has more of cocoa peat, etc. So I would really not recommend cocoa peat based soil mix for succulents. The other thing that you need to remember, especially with the blue succulents, is that they retain this color only when they have bright light. Again, they don't like direct sunlight, but they do like the bright light. In fact, some of these do very good even with the direct sunlight. This is a classic example. Euphorbias, the cacti, the agaves, the echeverias, they do really well with direct sunlight. This one, the blue chalk stick, especially the minute you expose it to direct sunlight, it gives you that beautiful hue of blue. But these two, like both your string of pearls and string of hearts, don't do too well in direct sunlight. They prefer to have bright light but a little bit of dappled light. They don't like direct sunlight. So that's the difference. This one again can do very well with direct sunlight. So really not much today in terms of care tips, because it's like any other succulent care, right? They like to be watered very rarely. They like very loose porous soil. They don't like to be fertilized as much. When you're planting them, probably use some slow release fertilizer and that's about it. You don't have to fertilize them very often. And when it comes to light, you put them in the brightest spot in your balcony or on your terrace and they will do really well. So that's really, and when it comes to pests, depending on the variety, pests would be different. Right, like for instance, these guys are pretty prone to mealybugs versus some of the others are not really. Some of them can be prone. I have seen scales sometimes on the vertical Senecio But otherwise, agaves are pretty, maintenance free, right? Most of these other plants, don't give them too much water and you should be fine. Okay, that's really, if you think that you whenever you want to give them water, the rule is wait for another day when it comes to succulents. So as long as you don't overwater succulents, they will be fine. There will be no way you can kill succulents underwatering them. The only way you will kill them is if you overwater them. So as long as you keep this tip in mind, your succulents, and irrespective of whatever color they are, they will do well. When it comes to blue succulents especially, ensure they get bright light so that they can retain their lovely blue color. So thanks so much for listening in. See you tomorrow. Bye.